Graham Potter can boost Chelsea squad ahead of January with 4 players set for late auditions. Chelsea are in EFL Trophy action this evening as the development squad take on Peterborough United with a place in the knockout stage of the competition at stake. For those not enraptured by the World Cup and in need of a midweek Chelsea fix, you're very much in luck. The Blues are in action this evening in the EFL Trophy against League One side Peterborough United, and there is a place in the last 16 of the competition up for grabs. Chelsea's development squad have performed well in this year's competition, in which they have faced Sutton United, Oxford United, and Leyton Orient. Victory this evening would ensure the Blues' place in the knockout stage, and head coach Mark Robinson is confident of another strong showing. The players are in good spirits after the run of results they have had, he told Chelsea's in-house media. It would have been better to have had games leading up to Peterborough rather than just over 2 weeks off, but the players have been working hard to keep themselves sharp and focused. Peterborough are flying high in League One and play excellent, high-tempo football, so it's the great challenge you want for our young players and one I feel like the players are relishing. The match will be the development squad's final outing of the year, and that will mean a final opportunity for many players to impress senior head coach Graham Potter and his staff before next month's warm weather training camp in Abu Dhabi, which will see those senior players not in action at the World Cup undertake a mini pre-season. The right fullback-wingback production line at Cobham shows no sign of slowing. In the last decade, Reece James, Dujan Sterling, Tariq Lamptey and Tino Livramento have all starred at youth level for the Blues before then transitioning impressively to the senior game. Rankine's development hasn't quite been as swift. He turned 20 years old in October, but he has produced a number of commanding performances this season for the development squad. Quick across the ground, capable of beating an opponent, and with an ever-improving defensive presence, the youngster's progression has been eye-catching. He trained with the first team prior to the World Cup break, and with James still recovering from a knee ligament injury, Rankine will hope a strong showing against Peterborough will make its mark on Potter. Robert Lewandowski shows Chelsea why they should finally complete £43 million transfer mission. Chelsea transfer news: the Blues wanted to sign Edson Alvarez in the summer transfer window, but could they persuaded to try again in January? Chelsea may have missed out on Edson Alvarez in the summer transfer window and signed Dennis Zakaria on a temporary basis instead, but the Blues' midfield issues are not yet solved. Jorginho and N'Golo Kante remain out of contract in the summer, while Graham Potter and Thomas Tuchel before him has struggled to come up with a combination that ticks all the boxes in the centre of the park. The club's late move for Alvarez in August may have came out of the blue, but the West London side had tracked the Ajax midfielder for some time. However, there was little will for the Dutch side to do business without being able to find a replacement, despite a £43 million bid. The Mexican midfielder was keen on the move but was unable to convince his club to allow it. He told ESPN, "I am very disappointed about it. But I am convinced that one day a big club will come. We never expected Chelsea to put in another bid at the end of August. It was a difficult situation. Ajax couldn't do anything. Whether Chelsea will be willing to make another move for the midfielder in January remains to be seen, but the Ajax star's place at the Qatar World Cup provides the perfect opportunity for some in-depth scouting." As such, Football.London watched Alvarez's outing for Mexico in their opening World Cup match against Poland and assessed his performance. Alvarez positioned himself at the base of midfield and in the opening minutes earned an early free kick when he had his foot taken away from him while looking to carry the ball forward. Was unafraid to come very deep to collect the ball from the defense to get the ball moving, and would facilitate exchanges between the central defenders as Mexico's full-backs pushed high up the pitch. The midfielder was unafraid to put pressure on star striker Robert Lewandowski and put in an impressive tackle on the Barcelona forward. 15-30. Was required to quickly retreat in the 17th minute and added to his side's numbers across the backline as Poland broke. Drove forwards with the ball to help relieve pressure in Mexico's third before dropping off a simple pass to his left and finding his position once again. In the 20th minute, Alvarez showed the South American side's reliance on him to build play from the center as he was afforded a great deal of space to send the ball out wide. Shortly afterwards showed his tenacity to provide cover on both sides of the pitch when Mexico are required to defend. In the 24th minute looked to release Hector Herrera but slightly overhit the ball on the left. 30-45. Once again found himself playing the ball out to the right as Poland stayed deep and allowed the 25-year-old time in possession. 45-60. At the start of the second period, the midfielder again did not hesitate to filter between Mexico's central defenders when his side were in possession of the ball. However, Alvarez found himself under more pressure defensively as Poland looked to provide more threat than they did in the opening half. Alvarez continued to show his ability to tidy up loose balls, if not always the most accurate distribution afterwards, as the Mexican lost the ball in the build-up to Poland earning a penalty. 60-75. The midfielder saw his attempt at goal saved in the 62nd minute after his shot was deflected by Henry Martin. Swept up possession in the 66th minute but had the composure to just stand on the ball to allow play to develop before moving the ball on. 75-90. Alvarez remained a calm presence on the pitch, if not always the most involved, as the Aztecs looked to break the deadlock. Played a deep role as Poland provided their own threat as stoppage time waged on and continued to demand the ball from his teammates even when in very close proximity. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like and have videos updated every day. Leave in the comments what you think about the news.